So if we are supposed to believe the woman when they're being attacked, why do we vilify the man when we don't even know the outcome? A lot of times we go ahead and point fingers just because she said it. She said it. He must have done it. Sometimes we get the outcome comes out and that was just fictitious.
Well,
Why do we do
I
that?
would say I would say it's the damsel in distress syndrome.
Mm,
Okay. Let's
mm.
let all of the facts come out because we don't want that big old bad man doing anything to the ladies. And man, we all have sisters and we want to protect them. We have mamas, we want to
Yeah,
protect them.
yeah,
But sometimes it is not the truth. And we see it time after time after time.
yeah. And
So
a lot,
what do
like I
we do?
say, always we have women. We always believe the woman. We
Right.
think that the man didn't do it, but the woman, she's telling the truth. But not that's not always the case, especially when they're being attacked or whatever, right? In that
Right.
situation. And we all know the situation that we're talking about. And it's just so crazy how we just vilify. He will lose everything just
Yes.
because of the allegation. He will. He'll lose it all. He'll lose a lot, especially if he was, quote unquote famous. And if he was quote unquote famous and he end up had getting an allegation, and now everybody's thinking that he was the one or he did it just because she said it.
Gets canceled as,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
council culture.
That's
But
what
let
they
me
say. That's what they say. Getting canceled or whatever. But my thing is, why don't we? Because we supposedly have a innocent until proven guilty,
right,
court system. So if we
right.
have that, why don't we look at each situation as such? Why don't we do that? Why don't we say, all right, I get the allegation, but hey, let's just put the we'll let's get the facts and let's see what happens. Why don't we do that? But
It's because
we always should believe the victim. Whoever
well,
it don't even have to be a woman. It can be a man too or whatever. But I'm
oh
just
yeah.
saying, whoever's the victim, we gotta believe them because they filed it.
Well, or you when you put that double whammy on it, it could be the man too.
Yeah.
Um, People are nosy. People want to go with gossip, and when one rumor spread,
Hmm.
man, it goes like the wildfires in California. It just spreads all over the place.
Yeah.
But and we as Americans, we just so used to it. Okay, we can go back to what was the trial, OJ Simpson and everything. Did he do it? Did he not? The
Yeah.
history or whatever. People already made up their minds.
Hmm.
But the courts let the courts decide these things. And careers have been ruined. I have another question for you
Yeah.
in that.
Go ahead.
If the allegations are proven false, say the young lady brought up false allegations,
Yeah.
usually nothing happens.
Yeah.
So should we change that where, okay, it didn't happen? I mean, unequivocally made up story. Should she face some type of civil suit
It
or even prosecution?
I
Do you
think I
think?
think it can be criminal. And the reason why I
Mm,
say it can be criminal, not a civil joint, I want it to be criminal because she just made something up. If it's proven that everything that she said
mhm,
was a lie, if it was a lie, then
mhm.
guaranteed, I think she need to be prosecuted on the back end. Then that may help the whole situation where people won't be, putting these false allegations against people because they know what'll happen. Now, the catch 22 to that is,
What's that?
what if they didn't have a strong case? This is just devil's advocate. What if the woman didn't have a strong case, or the lawyer wasn't as good as he or she should have been to present the certain things, and it just looks like she's telling the story, but they just couldn't prove it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's where the catch 22 is. Um, I would say, and I know they won't do it or whatever in congregation. Y'all can let us know if they should do it. But I mean, if you have the time, the effort, the money, go after them, but it'll just be civil, unless you
Yes.
can say it's criminal if you can prove that it was beyond reasonable doubt that what she said was a lie. If you can prove that, then I will go criminal. I will go
Oh,
criminal all day long.
oh yeah. If what you just said,
Yeah,
100%. If
yeah,
made up, oh yeah, let's go
yeah,
book them.
yeah.
Let's
If
go
they
for
figure it
real.
out, like let's say for instance, it was a recording of her, plotting or something like that. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna make up something and tell the police of what. If it was something that was beyond a reasonable doubt that she made the whole story up, then yes, I think that she needs to be prosecuted. She needs
I
to
could definitely.
because he already lost everything by just going through it. And even if it is just people just assuming that maybe he done it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
he didn't even have to even touch her or anything, but just the allegations just I think he one of those. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh
And I
yeah. Oh
know that
yeah.
we hear that from time to time in congregation. Y'all can let us know in the comments if y'all have dealt with anything like that, because I'm kind of interested in that, because there's a lot of different stories that they go unheard when it comes to being trapped in some false allegations on any type of assault or anything like that, and you didn't even do it, or it was consensual. You know what I mean? If it was something
Well,
consensual and she turned around and said it wasn't consensual,
oh man.
that's
Oh,
so crazy, right?
hey,
And
that's
then now, how do you
ooh.
prove that? Especially if you don't have it in writing, or if, you don't have a text message, or you don't have a video, or anything like that. You have to prove that, or you
Ooh.
have to disprove her judgment.
That
Meaning,
could be tough.
yeah,
That
that can
could
be
be
tough.
tough.
Meaning, you have to take her whole character and smear it in order to clean your name. She is not trustworthy. She lies a lot. She does all. You have to do all these different things just to disprove her, because she made up something and you don't necessarily have the definite proof. It's so crazy.
Yeah, and that could be a loss because even if you do prove it,
Yeah.
those allegations already been out there.
Yeah.
I wonder, is cancel culture still up and running like it was maybe 4 years ago
It
or
could
5 years
be,
ago?
especially if a group of people want to counsel anybody or whatever, they'll probably end up doing it. But like I say, you just never know. You
Right,
got you got these celebrities that are in the court system right now, or going through trials or whatever, and it's something dealing with an assault or whatever. And man, yeah, you don't know what to believe.
right.
And you know what I like to do, and I know a lot of people don't like to do when it comes
What's
to
that?
these different trials or whatever. I like to listen to the trial when, like, especially if it's a public trial or whatever and it's recorded, or if it's live or whatever. I like to listen to the actual facts that come out, from both sides, versus hearing a commentator that's gonna
Oh,
tell you what to think. And that's how
sway your
yes,
opinion.
and that
Yes.
happens a lot. A lot of people don't realize it, but if you listen to somebody that's quarterbacking
Hmm.
this trial, they're like, all right, look, you hear what he said? That meant this. You hear what she said? That meant that. When you hear that, then you tend to believe what they say. In all actuality, you have your own opinion about it. Because if you were in that courtroom, if you were that jury member or whatever, you would be able to say, hey, you know what? No, that didn't make any sense. I think she's lying.
Well, you even have me thinking,
Uh-huh.
has it gotten to this point in time where um when you with somebody, you meet somebody, and y'all might take it to another level
Hmm.
and say you just met somebody, but the chemistry is there, and y'all agree to this is what you're gonna do. Hey, I just have this
Yeah.
non-disclosure agreement to sign.
Yeah.
You know, uh, stating that you agree with everything that's gonna take place.
Hmm.
But and I could see that happening, but it's bad that it has to happen. But I just see this too. If you had drinks involved and all that stuff, if allegations are brought up, they say, well, that should probably was not even it can't even be
Admit it to everybody.
admitted because
Yeah,
it was
because
signed under the influence.
well, normally those type things are done before anything happens. You know,
but if
like,
you met
like
somebody, you know,
first off, hey, before we get anything, before we have one
oh,
drink, I
you
need
don't
you to
know if
read
it's
this.
gonna happen. Hold on.
Yeah, I need you to
You
read
don't
this.
know.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying you need to read
Hey,
this, go over this, and let me know if you agree to this. If you don't agree to it, that's fine. I can let you go.
that can mess up the whole night.
Yeah, it mess up
Yeah.
the
Hey.
mood, and
Yeah.
a lot of us, we and and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of what we do in life, we look for signals.
Oh yes.
And we pay
Ooh.
attention to signals, and the man pay attention to signals, the woman pay attention to signals, and we move forward. It's not a formal conversation or a contract that we do to move forward in what we decide to do as adults. But we listen to signals. Now, I understand there are mixed signals, and I understand there are signals that are given that are signals that that's giving the wrong impression, and they don't know that they're doing it or whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I can see that happening or whatever. But yeah, I would say you would have to talk, pay attention to signals, and have that conversation, and then we kind of move from there. Versus just assuming that he or she is agreeable for what we're about to do.
You have that red flag, no.
Yeah.
Yellow flag, caution. Hold up.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
It's
slow.
it's crazy, man. And a lot
Hey.
of lot of times, and a lot of people don't even want to deal with that. They be like, you know what,
Mm.
I'm just don't worry about it. Because it's too many people that are getting locked up or getting in trouble or being put on trial or civil suit or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's trying to get a dollar, trying to find something. And then that's
Mm.
messing your career up, that's messing your life up. You're going into the hole trying to defend yourself about something that you thought that was agreed upon both parties. So
Mm.
it's kind of crazy. Congregation,
Roger.
congregation,
Come on.
congregation. What do y'all
Come
think
on.
about it? What do y'all think about this? It's crazy, man, how people will say things and do things and change things, and you just notice that look, it's not it can say, you can see that it was going one way, but then it goes another way afterwards,
Oh yeah.
even though y'all already discussed it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how that can happen, man. And I don't know who it has it happened to, but it's good if because I know we believe the woman because she's the quote unquote, Mitch said, damsel in distress. So
Oh
she's
yeah.
this damsel in distress, and we need to swoop in and save her. So that's why everybody believes her. But then we finding too many stories that are not adding up, and since they're not adding up, we now we can take it as a grain of salt and believe like, okay, that party said this party said that. Let's find the facts. That's how it needs to be.
Yes. And I don't know how old the song was or is. Don't save her. She don't want. I just shout out to Project Pat, I believe.
Yeah, that was
You know.
probably bad.
I know. Hey, I just want to mess around with everybody on
For
that.
sure. Let us know,
Yeah.
man. Anything else,
Be
bro?
careful. No, just be careful out there. Both parties,
Yeah.
men and women.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you like, who you being with, you make sure you're reading those flags and those signs correctly, or something could happen to you. That's
For sure.
it.
And that's the uncomfortable truth. Hey, baby.
Do something. Don't
sure.
save her. She don't want to be saved.
Hey. Below, right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing, this is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it,
For sure.
watch
Do
it,
it for us.
and
Below.
share it.